It's a joy to welcome you to the Jerusalem Center for Bible Translators, where we are going to give you an inside view, and that is not a matter of the administration telling you what we hope, but interviews with the students where they tell you what they think they're getting. And they're close now to the end of a 5-month program. They're going to be having biblical Hebrew poetry this month of June, but they've had several courses relating to biblical Hebrew, speaking it and studying its text and studying the semantic meanings of clusters of words so that they get the nuances. And on that background, we're happy to present them being interviewed in terms of what they are getting from what we intend as a rich program, learning the language of the Bible in the land of the Bible, and now you get to hear it from they themselves.
In Himachal Pradesh, there's a district called Kinnaur, and there are 9 languages in the same district. We involved with initiating 3 language projects, and Gospel of Mark is published in those 3 languages. We continued the work, and one language got New Testament with Psalms and Proverbs recently printed, not yet published because of coronavirus. It is not yet published. And another language, the 3rd language, translation is going on.
I moved to Madagascar in 2014 to join the Bible translation projects that were already active there. We work with 9 teams that are active now, and we will add a few more.
So myself and my wife, we have been doing Bible translation ministry for the last 23 years among that people group. So the New Testament is over. Now the Old Testament translation is going on, and at the same time we both are certified consultants, so we are helping 4 or 5 other translation projects in checking their translations.
I came here to learn Hebrew language because we are many of the Indian projects right now translating Old Testament books. So people who know Hebrew is very less in number in our country. So some of us are getting trained in Hebrew language. So when we go back, we can go and help the teams in translating or getting the right meaning in a better way. So many language groups in India will be benefited. And also we train mother tongue translators. So as part of my career, I would like to teach them a bit Hebrew, and then they will also get an interest in learning Hebrew and get to know the original language as they translate.
And also it's not only about learning the language, just hearing how phrases are put together. Being here helps me at least understand more about how you think in Hebrew, and just being here helps understand more, to learn about the seasons here, to understand the significance of the feasts in their right season, and how you count the days and why the moon matters in this. It's such a small patch of land with so many different things, and the importance of the species of plants there are, or the activities that people had. Because when you read about wheat or barley or cattle or sheep, I picture everything as they are in Romania, which is not the best way to understand the scriptures. So being here has helped.
Personally speaking, I have a huge desire to involve in consultation of the Old Testament. So it is very important to learn Hebrew language, and not only learning Hebrew language, it is very important to learn the language in the context. So when after coming over here, I could able to see the taste of this land. So that is very important to feel when you hear the Hebrew language, when you study it, when you see different historical places, and also when you analyze the scripture in the context. So that will give more taste, and also that will give more meaning of the text. So I believe what JCBT is doing is a highly contribution for the Bible translators, and I am really blessed by the courses and also by the field trips.
Trips with Ronit were really nice. We walk through a park and then she says, "Oh look, this is the toothbrush of the shepherds. Here, smell it. What does it smell like? Imagine how they used it. Or look at this tree. Tastes the leaves. If they're salty, why do you think that is? And what does it do?" And everything has more meaning when you see it where it is in its environment. And to be around sheep, that was fun. Some of us have had experience around sheep at home, but others haven't. And then you see that sheep don't listen to you the way you speak to them. You have to know how to speak to them. And they have to know you. And the sheep know the voice of their shepherd. And that's what they listen to.
When we read Bible, we read about Israel and different villages and the towns in Israel, but we have no clue how it looked like and how much distance it is and what are the agricultural things here, people, how is their lifestyle and the climate. We can't imagine from far away, but being here, this helped me to see how it looked like in the earlier times, in Jesus' time, also in the Old Testament period.
I think at the very beginning of the classes, he said, "We are learning Hebrew here, so forget about English. We're not talking about dictionaries. We're not trying to translate any term. We're trying to understand it as it is used in the scriptures."
Initially, I felt little difficulty to cope up with the situation, but slowly, as you hear the Hebrew language, you will understand the vocabularies, you will understand the phrases, you will understand the usage, and along with that, when you read the Hebrew scripture, so the phrases, usage, that will stay in your mind.
I think we're a really nice group together, especially since we're all from different places. And I think also it helps that we are from different places because we are aware of differences among us. So we are together somehow in our differences. In the diversity, we are quite united. And also this is a home, this is our home. I think it's a real blessing that we were able to be here at the Jerusalem Center for Bible Translators, because it's a completely different experience to be here together, all of us involved in Bible translation, learning Hebrew and learning how to understand and how to be able to communicate more about Hebrew and about the truths and the concepts of the scriptures.
This time we all faced a difficult situation because of the corona and the lockdown situation, and we had a doubt what will happen to this course. But Halvar and Miria and other teachers, they were so determined, and all the students, we also felt the same thing, that somehow we need to push this course in the midst of many difficulties. We face lots of challenges here, but what JCBT is doing is extremely important thing. I encourage all the translators from India to come to this course and to learn the text in the context of the language and the people and the historical settings.